starting in 2003, my eyes sprung open. I began to hear something that I had never heard before. So a guy comes in to me, he's been referred by a mental health professional because he had had unusual experiences. And from the beginning, he tells me, you know, he's got a friend, he tells me. He's a friend. He doesn't know who this friend is, but he's got a friend. He talks to this friend every once in a while. Oh? What do you mean, you know? Well, this friend, and he tells me the story. Like one time he was in California, and he was getting ready. He owned a catamaran, and it was on a beach, and he was polishing it up and putting wax on it and this and that, and getting ready to use it. And there was a season where he was going to be using it, and his friend was there. He was doing it alone, and then his friend was there, and his friend asked him, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Well, I'm polishing up." And his friend said, "Well, why are you doing this?" He said, "Well, because I'm going to be using it pretty soon." "Well, why are you rubbing it?" "Well, I'm making it look shiny." "Well, why does it need to look shiny?" "Well, because blah, blah, blah." And the conversation was this, quote, friend asking questions and the guy who I'm working with answering. That was the conversation. So I said, "Well, did you see him approaching on the beach, you know? Did you see this guy suddenly, because nobody around, he's coming towards you, he's coming right towards you? Did you see that?" "No." I said, "Well, did you see him leave? Did he say, 'Well, okay, it was nice talking to you, see you later,' and then walk away?" "No, he doesn't remember that." I said, "Well, did he just say goodbye?" No, he didn't say that either." I said, "Well, didn't you think that was odd that you didn't see him and there he was and you talked with him and you answered all his questions and then you didn't see him? Don't you think that's odd?" He said, "No, I didn't think it was odd at all." What's there to be odd about, you know? And well, okay. Then he shows up at a car wash. "What are you doing?" "Well, I'm washing a car, I'm vacuuming it." "Well, why do you do that?" "Because it was dirty." And another series of questions. And it turns out that this guy has been visiting this 53-year-old man in front of me for a number of years. And now he was very much involved with the abductee's life. Talking about relationships, talking about sexual adventures with your wife, without your wife, and this and that with him. And mainly my guy is explaining things, you know, and he's explaining what relationships are and how they work and how you be a friend. And this guy says, "Well, you know," he says, "this is very unusual." The friend does, who I will call Fred, the friend. Fred says, "It's unusual for you and me to be friends because most people like me are friends with people who are women. But you are my friend and we're two men." See, that was unusual for him. Okay. And I thought to myself, I don't know what's happening here. Huh? What's going on? What is this? I've never heard anything like this. Now they're going places together, and they're doing things, and they went to a ball game, and they went to another country. Actually, they didn't go together, but they met there, and they stayed overnight in a tent on a fishing expedition of some sort in a Latin American country. And I'm thinking, I don't think so. This doesn't sound right. Something is wrong. You put all that stuff on the back burner waiting. Then the next thing I know, another person comes and starts talking to me about this person who's been visiting her a lot. And she's been explaining relationships to this person. And this person is always around her. And then another one begins to tell me that well, all sorts of things that I had never heard before. And one of them is a woman I've been working with since 1987 who was unaware of these other events. And I begin to think something is happening. This might be the change as they've been talking about for years now.